Yo,
That's
yo,
right,
yo.
baby.
What up?
We are back on a Saturday. Let me know if I look okay, guys. Every once in a while, to me, it looks a little. I feel like I'm a little pixelated.
No, you're fine right now.
Yeah.
Cool. What's up, everybody? What's up, boys and girls? What's up, Eric and Ryan? How you guys doing?
Excellent.
Happy Saturday. Right before we came on, we were talking about a few little things, just kicking a little small talk here. We were just talking about like streaming services because Eric asked if we were watching anything, and I don't really watch that many shows anymore at all. And we were talking about the cost of like the different apps and stuff, and we've tried to like in my house we've tried to like consolidate the cost of some of the apps and like take advantage of deals. Like we already have like Verizon for our phones, and then through I think we added a line because Chase got his first phone, and we got now like I think Netflix and Max are now included as part of our phone bill, so we don't pay anything extra. Now it is like the commercial version, so you get like commercials here and there with Netflix, but it's really not that. It's not as bad as like YouTube with commercials. To me, is almost unwatchable. But yeah, I was just saying right before we came on that it's just going to be cable again. It's going to be this, like eventually this stuff's going to start consolidating more where you're like, all right, you can just come to us and then you'll get all of these apps like for much cheaper or whatever. So
yeah, absolutely. Instead of paying, 30 different subscriptions, you know what I mean? It's so stupid that you have to do that these days. It's ridiculous.
Have you been watching the Daredevil show though? That's what you
we were just talking about if you guys had seen the new Daredevil show. Yeah, I've been watching it. It's really good. It's a fun show to watch.
Maybe I will check it out.
Not the Penguin, I'll tell you. I'll say that it's not the Penguin, but it's a good show altogether, Yeah.
Penguin was where it was at, man.
Yeah, for sure. Penguin was definitely where it was at.
I gotta finish.
It's a fun show.
I gotta finish that. I never finished it, and it's not like I started it and I was like, oh, I'm not into it. Like I started it, I watched like the first episode. I'm like, this is pretty damn good, and I just never ended up going back.
Yeah, gotta definitely finish that one. Yep.
So what else? A lot going on. We've had a real busy few weeks. We had a lot of guests and stuff. It's kind of cool to like kind of just chill, like the three of us, everybody hanging out in the chat and stuff like that. One thing I wanted to mention. So obviously we're going to be talking about Beathir, the Mythic Legions dragon. Some more good news as far as that goes. We're up to like 2,300 as of this morning. So
yeah,
I think we're going to be hitting 25 within the next couple of days. The dragon's actually down in Toylanta right now. I think that'll probably result in another little bump. So we'll hit that 2,500, I think. And then, who knows? Who knows where we'll kind of go from there.
I bet you a lot of people are getting their socks knocked off at Toylanta seeing that thing in person for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like I said, I mean, it's cool to think of like how mind blowing that thing is. Like when you really see it firsthand in person, you're like, oh my God, like it's just takes your breath away. Like how cool that giant monster of a figure is. So I bet you a lot of people are enjoying it.
Jeff Conlon, who I don't know Jeff Conlon at all, actually. So hi, Jeff. He posted these pics in the Cabal from Toylanta, and I thought he had some good shots of the stuff that was there. He has a real good shot of Beathir in the case, like from the back. My computer's being a little slow here, but yeah, I think a lot of people seeing this in person for the first time, maybe they were sort of aware of it, but like, needed to kind of see it in person and see the majesty of the dragon.
Yeah.
Here's the shot I really wanted to show. So you can see the whole dragon. Here's all of the offerings, So right now already we've got, the Fiery Breath set is its own thing. So you get the Burning Knight here. Here's the extra head that comes with it. Here's Sir Benegar, who we're already getting, but he's wearing some of the stuff that'll be in the extra upgrade set. So this is a real good look, in better in person, of course, of all the different offerings, except for the rock.
Mhm.
It looks badass.
I like it too that it's more, I don't want to say eye level, but a little bit where in this case that you could see it
Mhm.
where you can kind of get around it. Where the one that was at Legion's Con, it was a little bit raised up. You know what I mean? When it was on that rock, you were kind of looking, in a sense, you were kind of looking up at it, so you couldn't really look down at the back of it as much as you could on this one. It's kind of cool. It's like a different perspective of it.
Yeah, like
But so freaking dope, dude.
that was one thing that was cool too. That sort of to what you're saying here, and we talked about it a little bit. Was it was more raised up, kind of at Legion's Con,
Mm-hmm.
and then at ZoloCon, it was much more eye level.
Yeah.
And it's a different look. It's a different look. It's still huge, but you can say, okay, I can sort of fit this somewhere.
Yeah. Like I said, I can't even imagine people's reactions actually getting to finally see it in person for the first time. Like I said, it's just such a jaw-dropping freaking spectacle of a figure, man. So fucking cool.
Crazy.
So happy that everything's funded too, man. So freaking happy. Everything's coming. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. All right, where should we go to first? I did put together a slideshow to kind of guide us through the conversation here, so we can pop up with that. I do have a couple of cool figures on my desk here. I kind of wanted to mention them because right now I'm doing a video for the Mezco Tangerine figure, the 1/12 Mezco 1/12 Tangerine, a figure that I was really, really excited about. And I've been working on this video for like 2 or 3 weeks. I had like 3 filming sessions. I was editing the video for like an hour, like earlier today. But last week I was doing some group shots, and I did group shots with a bunch of Mezco figures, right? And so I had them, a bunch of the Mezcos were out there. And in or around the same time, I was, doing what a lot of people are doing, thinking about like freeing up some extra cash. Maybe I'll liquidate some of these figures to, maybe get a couple extra $100 here to help fund the dragon, whatever. And it just so happened, since I had all the Mezcos out, I'm like, a Mezco probably is something that, probably if you price it right, could probably sell pretty quick, and by itself can bring a good amount of money. And while none of the Mezcos I had, I didn't buy any of them to sell. I bought all of them because I like them.
Mm-hmm.
And it just so happened that while I had them out, I could see which ones like that I had complete, So for example, I had the Murder Hornet Krig and Roadblock, G.I. Joe Roadblock, where I had barely, besides the figure and like 1 or 2 accessories, everything else was still brand new in the box. And I'm like, all right, these are pretty good candidates to try to sell, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I, put them up on the Mezco boards and in like the Dork Layer group. And the only one that sold was that Golden Age Joker I sold to Jose Torres. That's another story, by the way. The shipping is ridiculous. The time it's taking for the shipping, but the rest didn't sell. And like, now I'm kind of glad because I hadn't looked at them in a while, and I'm like, God damn.
Seller's regret.
Figure, man. Like, I'm kind of glad
how dope they are.
Yeah, I have 2 of those Murder Hornets in my case. Those are dope, dude. I love that Murder Hornet. It's so cool. Such a cool figure.
Totally. What's up, Smurber? Smurber said he paid for the Mezco Tangerine, but it hasn't shipped yet.
What?
Did you get it on the initial pre-order? Because mine came in. I've had mine for like a month. When did you get yours, Eric? I got your mine.
Yeah. At least I've had her in my case at least since the beginning of at least the beginning of the month. I think it was. It came real fast.
Damn, that sucks, man. I hope she comes soon because she is really, really cool. Spoiler alert. I think she kicks ass. New, as far as I knew, a brand new body. Brand new body.
Yeah, absolutely a brand new body.
Yeah.
It's one of those like jointless, like Fison bodies, isn't it? I haven't taken. I think the arms have joints in them, but the rest, like the rubberized,
it's a
torso.
hybrid. So like the whole torso down to her knees, actually, it's like the 89 Batman, or like some of the TB League stuff, where it's like that silicone seamless body, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's cool and it feels cool, but then the arms and the legs down are like Mezco jointed limbs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it works pretty damn well. She's taller than I thought she would. Oh, okay. So Smurber says he ordered her after the initial sale. So I hope she gets there soon, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I don't think Jose minds if I mention this, but Jose Torres lives not too far away from me, maybe like 20 minutes away, something like that. So we've met up before to like, I think it was probably when he won a prize. So we met up like in his town. Really good dude. He's the one that bought the Golden Age Joker. He bought it on Tuesday. I printed the label on Wednesday, dropped it off at the post office like Thursday morning. And if you're not from New Jersey, you probably won't totally understand where I'm talking about. But Jose lives like 15, 20 minutes west of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I drop it off at my post office. It then gets taken to Jersey City, which is like an hour like east of me. Yeah. Then to the Kearney Distribution Center, which is around there, a little north and a little bit more west. But then from Kearney, it came back and was back at my post office this morning. I assume on the way back to him, hopefully. But it's like, all right, what the hell?
Dude, what?
I was like, man, we should have just met up and I just should have handed it to you. So hopefully that gets there soon. But you know, is what it is what it is. What about you, Ryan? Anything else going on this week you wanted to mention before we kind of get into the slides?
Nothing really. I told you guys I caved and I got the Mezco Power Rangers set.
Yes.
That came in. That is fucking epic. And awesome. I keep trying to talk myself out of getting Almeida's Mighty Command Center.
Dude, that
holy
thing
shit,
that thing fucking is amazing, dude.
But is it the kind of thing where you could display the whole set in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, it is.
If you're going to make that kind of investment, like you might want to, you probably like, listen, not trying to enable you, but
that's like a Dragon times 2 though, man. It's a huge investment. It's a huge investment, but absolutely worth it. I mean, if you're obviously like Ryan, if you're a freaking Power Ranger fan, it's like the ultimate freaking, it's like the Cat's Lair, dude. It's fucking epic.
It's 46 inches wide and 27 inches tall, and I think 42 inches deep.
That's
cool.
It's more than 3 feet deep.
Yeah, it's epic, bro. It's epic. Wild.
Well, what's up, Brian? Brian Brink, the man behind the charts, is in the house.
What up?
All right. Well, we can tell. Oh, you know what? One thing we should do is we are still running the giveaway. So $25 Store Horsemen gift card to some lucky viewer today. And the hashtag is going to be, where are you? Giveaway tool. Here you go. SDL. Keep it homegrown, baby. Hashtag SDL to win the $25 Store Horsemen gift card. We've been doing this every week, the last few weeks, to try to help continue the hype for Bayathir, the Mythic Legions dragon. We've been trying to get this out there, help defray the cost a little bit. Also, if there's no super chats are not a requirement ever on the show, but a lot of people have been very kind and generous with their super chats. And during this month, those super chats are going towards these $25 gift cards. Curtis Ackerman, Brian Carr, Rob Zamora, Kevin Boots, all contributed to the super chats, and any other super chats will go to the Store Horsemen gift card fund. Just out there doing our part to try to help defray the cost for some people and keep the good vibes going. So hashtag SDL.
Yeah, buddy.
This one show. There we go. All right. As you saw from the thumbnail earlier today, later on, we're going to be talking about something near and dear to Eric LeBron's heart. I know he's very excited.
Bastards.
He looks excited in the picture.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's not doctored at all. Like those
at
are
all.
hearts that appear in his glasses. Those, yeah. But first, a couple things I wanted to get to first.
You have no idea the childhood trauma, bro. You don't have any idea.
It looks like you've gotten over it.
Not at all. Not in the least.
All right. First, some serious stuff, some good stuff. I saw this post today in the Cabal from Scott Ball, who, as you may remember, fellow Caballer, is going through some really serious medical issues. We mentioned this a few weeks ago. All kinds of stuff, man. I don't want to totally go into it, but put it this way, super, super serious. He's basically, fighting the good fight, and he made this post earlier today, which I thought was awesome. Scott said that after 45 days in the hospital, he's finally home. He acknowledges all the positive vibes and the well wishes that the whole community was sending out to him. And I was very proud of this community for kind of reaching out and trying to give him that support, which is, kind of all that we can do in that situation, to just let him know that whatever happens, he's going to have this community to kind of come back to. And, we'll always be there to support him, whatever happens. So he's got a lot to still go through. He's going to be doing some radiation treatments coming up in a couple of weeks. But the fact that that first step, he's through that first step, because I know there were some complications and things like that. His brother gave some updates previously, but now he's home. So
yeah, big ups, man.
Scott. We're thinking of you, man.
Fuck yeah.
So figured that was the most important thing here. A lot of people out here giving love to Scott, Heinrich, Jesse, just shelve it. Ram Zamora.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man.
Yeah. So we love you, Scott. Keep strong, buddy. All right. So this is switching gears a little bit back to the toy stuff. This is the chart from earlier today. Jeremy and a bunch of the guys from the studio are down in ATL, Hotlanta, for Toylanta, which we'll also talk about later on. But they did get a chance to post the chart. Again, where we're at. Baethir the Dragon is funded. He is happening. And they added the Green Dragon Knight, Sir Benegar, to the base package. So he's a part. He's definitely getting made as well. And the Fiery Breath set, funded. That funded. The Epic Wing set, funded. So we've got... all three core packages have funded. Now we're just knocking on the door of some of these the stretch goals that we have here. So, for example, for the base set for Sir Benegar, at 2,500 units sold, we're going to unlock that upgrade kit with the cape and all that stuff. And it's going to happen. As of this morning, we were at 2,301. 2,301. And we just need to get to 2,500 for that. So thoughts on this, guys? Where do you think we end up? What are your updated thoughts based on where we're at?
I definitely say we make the 2,500. How much farther from that? I don't know. Like I said, my guess is on the final sales of the Dragon is going to be anywhere from like the 2,800s to maybe just cracking 3,000. But we'll see. I mean, it's a big, it's a big jump for the next, what do we got, 8 days left in the campaign, so we'll definitely see. Hopefully we'll get a big jump after Toylanta when a lot more people get to see it in this weekend in person, and finally make that decision. And I know a lot of people are still waiting for that last minute check, or maybe a tax return or whatever, to finally fund this thing for themselves. But hopefully, like I said, we'll definitely hit that final stretch goal for Baethir's upgrade set and get ourselves a few more in the pocket, to make this a awesome campaign for the Four Horsemen Studios.
Yeah, we got a super chat here. Very interesting that this showed up. First of all, $20 super chat from Curtis. Thank you, Curtis.
Thank you, Curtis.
Giveaways. We will do that. And Curtis says, P.S. Next week, we are closing the Dragon campaign with a 24-hour telethon across multiple channels. If any of you SDL boys want to hang out for any of it, let me know, and we will get you on. Hold on one second. This is what he's talking about here. So next week I saw this posted for that there's going to be this final stretch Bayatheer telethon going from the 4th and the 4th, from the 5th to the 6th next week. And there's a bunch of shows on here. But when I saw this posted, felt like there was someone conspicuous in their absence from this lineup.
I wonder who.
Saturday Dragon Live not included on the lineup.
Wow.
Which, to say I was surprised by would be an understatement.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Somebody dropped the ball on this. I mean, I'll tell you what, man. I will put our Dragon promotion record up against anybody.
Yes, sir.
Anybody not affiliated with the studio.
Someone needs to talk to their scheduling agent.
We changed the name of the show to Saturday Dragon Live.
I mean, I only bought 3. I mean, what the fuck else do you want? You know what I mean?
I bought mine live on Offworld. I bought a Fiery Breath set live on this show for the last month. Yes, Brian, the telethon starts on Saturday, right after our show.
Yeah.
For the last month, every one of our shows has been dominated by Dragon hype. We had Jeremy Gerard on. We had Joe Casapolo on. We've been giving out $25 gift cards on every show, literally paying people to back the Dragon.
It's still not part of the cool kids club, huh? Fuck.
So I don't know who started the telethon. Somebody dropped the ball here.
Just saying.
A great lineup, a lot of great people involved. I'll put our record up against anyone's. And it's really,
you know what we should do? I see our advantage right here. We should go from 11 p.m. to midnight right after Legion's Lounge and just shelve it just to jump in there.
Brother, right, Brendan? No freaking the Black Sheep.
No love, dude.
The Black Sheep. We're gonna change the name of the show. Black Sheep Saturday Live.
First, we got shut down by what's the guy from Saturday Night Live?
Lorne Michaels.
First, we got shut down by Lorne. Now we're getting shut down by the community.
Literally, whoever set this up decided to start it on Saturday. Mind you, Saturday. Our show is on Saturday, right after our show.
Wow.
And not include us. Another super chat. Curtis is blaming Ryan. Ryan is in the chat where this started, FYI. Does that mean Curtis started this whole thing? Don't try to pass the buck, buddy. Well, that's it. But here it is. Here's the lineup. Starting sometime after our show, 9 o'clock on Saturday, and going until the next day. So there you go.
Oh, there you go, Brian. We're the red carpet show. So everybody gets to walk across us until we fucking
yeah, right.
Thanks.
Step all over us.
Yeah, just step right over us. Yeah, sure.
We didn't change the name of the show. We're not literally paying people. We're not literally paying people to back the Dragon. We haven't done nothing but Dragon exclusive shows for a month.
Yeah.
Why would we come to mind?
Yeah, don't even worry about it.
Sure. That's fine. Also, Brick something sent me this. There is going to be another West Coast Mythic meetup. Actually, shit. Saturday, May 3rd, Sacramento, California. There's going to be a bunch of people there. Nate Barch, David Williams, Geekology, Jay's Armory, Mike, Spiro Toys, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, Angel Nolasco, Insightful Imagery, Timothy Fung, one of the largest has one of the largest collections. I don't know how big Timothy Fung is. Toy Fusion, Brick Something, Carver Customs, Cody Sabalis. Eric, you've gone to the Mythic meetup before. I know this is a bit of a hike for you, hours and hours away from you. So I don't think you can make it this year.
Yeah, I got some stuff. I got some stuff planned. So it's like a 7-hour drive up north. So yeah, it's a little bit of a trek. So. But I did make it the first year. Walter asked me to come out. And Walter at the time still lived up north. So I went and stayed with him for a few days at his house, which was super, super cool. So I mean, of the whole event, just me and Walter getting to hang out for 3 days over the weekend was just awesome. So that was a big plus for that show. But yeah, I mean, like I said, should be a cool show for everybody to go to and hang out. And like I said, not enough love here on the West Coast for, Mythic stuff. So it's cool to see these guys get together and pull something together and have a little bit of fun, doing this thing.
Yeah, 100%. I do. I understand how lucky I am living here in the Northeast. The fact that I've had an opportunity to go to shows where the horsemen are at for many, many years now. I think it's awesome. I think it's great that they're going to more and more shows now. They're in Michigan last week. They're in Atlanta right now, Hotlanta. They got this Mythic meetup going on in May 3rd. And where I'll be that day, I'll be at the Lehigh Valley Toy Show, where it's a street team event with the Wolf King Customs crew. So I'll be there. But I do think that the Horsemen are going. Now, I don't know who's going. I don't know in what capacity or anything. I don't even know if it's a street team, whatever it is, to San Diego Comic-Con, though, right? So they're trying to branch out and be at more places. I think that's a cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. Oh, here's this again. No, just kidding. 24-hour telethon that we weren't invited to, despite doing our part.
What are you gonna do, bro? Troy? What are you gonna do?
Curtis and Heinrich Hoffman fighting in the chat about who started it. I wanted to put this up, Eric. You shared this. You got a cool shipment this week. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Brian Lynn, Carver Customs, freaking awesome, man. I saw these. He had posted these a while before he was heading out to Muskegon, and he said he was going to have these available at his table, and I was like, yeah, those are mine right now. So I placed my order with him way before the event, and yeah, I got these in hand yesterday. So yeah, super stoked. I wanted to start gathering up. I mean, just like all of us, I mean, we're always, it's figures and figures and figures and figures. I wanted to start getting a little bit more diorama stuff this year. So looking at a couple of creators out there and seeing some pretty awesome work coming out of off of some of these tables. And yeah, I saw these and it was like an absolute 100% instant buy for me. So shout out to Brian, man. He's doing some freaking excellent work. So thank you, my friend.
Yeah, and you mentioned before that like you kind of wanted to check out some of these like dial pieces that are is there a term for it, like a movable, like you can like do stuff with them more than just like a diorama set that's kind of like a fixed thing.
Yeah. So just little backdrops or like I said, pillars and stuff like that. I got a couple people I know, Brian Almeida and I are making some plans to get me some stuff made from his workshop. And just like I said, little stuff that I could kind of put out for displays and mostly start utilizing for like some photo ops and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have a nice little collection of cool stuff. So this is kind of the start, man. It's really cool.
Yeah, Doak says modular.
Yeah, absolutely. Stuff I could put away too, you know what I mean, while I'm not using it. So I got some, totes that I can like store these in, easily while they're not in use. Or I could just, like I said, leave them out where they're small enough and doesn't take up that much room. And I could, have them on a little table display or whatever. So very, very cool.
Speaking of which, cool little development in my household. So I've taken to one of the things that takes me so long, I think, whenever I'm shooting my videos is I don't have a dedicated shooting space, right? A dedicated shooting space. And I've taken to doing more and more stuff like in my kitchen. And we have some shelves that we got put in there a year or two ago. And I've started putting up like on the top shelf, like just stashing some of the diorama pieces up there that I'm using. And Victoria, the wife, Mrs. Hedgehog, was like, yeah, that stuff looks kind of cool there. If you want, you can just leave your diorama stuff up there. And I was like, another space to fill with my crap? I love it.
She doesn't know what she's just gotten herself into.
So yeah, Curtis says, this amount of butt hurt is what I get for trying to include folks. I was trying to do something fun and it backfired. Read that again. This amount of butthurt is what I get for trying to include folks.
Yep.
Interesting.
It's all fun except for those that weren't included.
And not being included is fine. It's just that, how does this make sense? I don't understand.
It makes no sense.
By the way, Trevor was the one who walked away with Carver Customs, the dungeon dio.
Oh, nice.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He's gonna take great fucking shots with that, dude.
You know he is, dude. Yeah, he got that one, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Fucking Trevor, dude.
I tell you what, man. So,
but I mean, who better to get it though, man? Really?
Right?
You know what I mean?
Exactly. I need space. MuskeCon was last weekend, and I would love to go to MuskeCon. I just don't know if I'll ever be able to swing it, just because it seems to fall like I guess mid to late March every year. That's a real tough time for me, just for me personally, because we have a lot of kids' birthdays right around then. So until one of them says, "Hey, Dad," or "Hey, Uncle John, can you take me to MuskeCon for my birthday?"
Yeah.
Until then, I'm probably out. Who knows what happens in the future? But Toylanta this weekend looks freaking awesome too, and it looks like it's getting bigger, and it's got a lot of cool stuff going on. I don't know, man. That might be a cool one to try to get to next year. Toylanta.
I'd definitely like to get out to Toylanta because that's a 3-day show, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's cool. That's pretty awesome. I mean, yeah, MuskeCon is. I mean, like I said, I'd love to do MuskeCon, but freaking, it's a 1-day show. It's like, man, you're gonna go all. I mean, especially for me, I'm gonna go all the way out there for a 1-day show.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, I mean, obviously, I would make a weekend out of it, but just for a 1-day event, it's kind of tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, Toylanta, man, for sure. That's
and Toylanta
on my bucket list.
So real quick, I saw this photo and it blew me away this week. So I just wanted to, I sent it to you guys. So I wanted to bring it up again before I forgot about it. Like, holy shit.
Incredible.
So freaking
incredible.
awesome. So awesome.
I don't even really know where to begin. Like, if this was like a still from like a horror movie, I'd be like, what the hell is that? So just to even think to do this in the first place, and then to think about how to do it, and then to set it up, like everything about it is just so freaking creepy. The lights on either side going back, like, holy crap. What do you guys think about this?
Fucking awesome, dude. Such a freaking
perfect.
Creepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is epic, bro. So good.
It's fine, Curtis. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm sure it'll be fun without us while we're promoting the dragon on our own show.
Yeah.
I'll try to pick up the pieces and move on. But not yet. Not before the end of this show.
Exactly.
And I don't know Aaron Anderson.
Yeah, shout out to Aaron Anderson for sure, man.
Yeah, Aaron, if you see this thing kicks ass.
Yeah.
Also had to talk about one of the biggest topics in the collector community this week, and that's the Inart 112 Batman.
Oh, are you going to bring that up?
Curtis. Listen, who said it was 20? I just talked to my agent. An invite is at least 50.
Exactly.
Oh, he's leaving. He's out. Right. We still love you, Curtis. That just so we know, just so it's clear too. I didn't know who started that damn thing until Curtis said it was me, and Curtis said it was him. I mean, no, Heinrich said it was him. I didn't know who it was. So there you go. That's who left us out. Inart Batman. Just kidding, Curtis, by the way. Big deal because Inart, famous for their incredible 1/6 figures. You know, Inart did like a Gandalf, I think it was last year, that, people thought was pretty crazy. Inart now getting into the 1/12 game. And this week, their Batman was announced and is up for pre-order, I think, right now, right? And I think it started yesterday, I believe. There's some reviews out already where some of the bigger reviewers got review samples, and as far as I can tell, everybody friggin' thinks this thing is just exquisite.
Yeah, it looks amazing, bro.
Yeah, the detail's amazing. Just fucking fantastic.
I thought when I first saw the pictures of it, I thought it was a 1/6 scale, because I mean that's usually what they're known for, is 1/6. So I was like, oh shit, man, this is cool. And then I was like, oh man, this is 1/12. Like, wow, that's even more amazing. Like, holy shit, like that sculpt is freaking perfection, man. It's so good. Yeah, this is gonna be a hard pass for any Batman fan for sure.
Yeah, so I've still got my toy embargo going on until the end.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat, so it's a little tough for me to pass. But I already have a 1/12, or I mean not a 1/12, a 1/6 scale version of this guy, so I'm kind of good.
What about you, Rhino? Any thoughts on going in on this guy? Or,
I mean, the figure is beautiful, but it's not something that fits in with my collection, because I don't have any of the other figures or like from this movie. It's cool for sure, but it's a pass for me.
Yeah, I mean, if it was in a line with I mean, I was thinking the same thing. If you had, like Catwoman and Bane, or the Joker, stuff like that. But I mean, this is going to be a figure that's going to stand by himself for a long time before you get any of those other figures, and to any realm of this quality. You know what I mean? You might get a 1/12 Bane or a 1/12 Joker or whatever, but it's definitely not going to be of this quality for sure. So it's kind of a tough call, but super dope figure nonetheless.
It's gorgeous. It's spot on.
What was the cost on this? I didn't see. Was it $150?
No,
$100? $80? How much is it running?
I don't know offhand, and that's where I was going back right now, because Bill from the Dork Lair
Rob Zamora says they're making Catwoman and Bane, so that's cool.
Where was it? Here we go.
So big,
$90.
$90. That's not bad. So like 100 shipped probably.
Yeah, he's got it for 112 on Nerdzoic.
Right on.
And do I have it wrong? Was there a regular version and like a deluxe version?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah. I think the deluxe version comes with the unmasked head sculpt, right?
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, like I said, why would you not buy that one? You know what I mean? I would. That'd be insane not to buy this and not get that head sculpt with it.
Yeah, well, is that good? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And he said he likes the Batman, but he heard it's a bit smaller for being 1/12 scale. Yeah. So Bill had posted this. I don't know who took this photo, but it's the Inart 1/12 Batman next to a Mezco Batman. So it gives you sort of an idea of how big it's actually going to be. I know Bill had mentioned that it looks like it's, about like SHF size, which is noticeably smaller.
Definitely smaller. Yeah, it's definitely on a smaller scale. That's another thing, like I said, that could be a huge, determining factor of whether or not someone's going to get it or not, is the scale of it. But I mean, if you're an SHF fan and you have some of their a lot of collection of those going on, I mean, I'm sure this would fit perfectly in that scale of figures. But yeah, this thing, like I said, the details and the sculpt work on this is freaking fantastic, man.
Yeah,
super dope figure.
Actually,
I saw someone do. I saw on YouTube someone did like a short that had they had a bunch of figures that they were comparing him to, like just one after another and in the end, it's funny, they actually have him standing next to like Hot Toys like Hulk Buster, and it's basically like the figure, and then there's a big old like foot like from the Hulk Buster. It's hilarious. But they did everything. It was pretty cool, just to give you a size comparison.
Mafex 3.0.
Yeah, that's why I pulled out. I have the SHF like Keaton Batman, which I think is pretty great. I love it. I'm into the SHF scale because shorter guy fits into my hands better. So I'm into it.
There you go.
So I did not go in on this guy. He looks awesome, but I'll keep an eye on Inart. This one I think is going to be wildly successful based on the amount of hype that it had this week. As far as where you can get it, I know a bunch of the import sites had it, HLJ amongst others, but also Big Nerdy. Big Nerdy's now got them.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Yeah. Check out Robo's review. I have not seen that yet. Exactly. See? Then he knows. WonderCon. So there's two big conventions going on this weekend. WonderCon out in California.
Anaheim, California. Yep.
Anaheim, California, and then Toylanta down in Atlanta. A bunch of cool stuff being shown at both shows. Certainly one thing that we'll get to a little bit later that is testing my resolve as far as the toy embargo goes. First up, Eric was so happy about this. The She-Ra, I think they had shown before, right? But the Swiftwind, I'm not sure if they had shown previously, but we're going to get a Mondo. Mondo had a bunch of stuff at WonderCon. So there's She-Ra and Swiftwind shown at WonderCon. Eric, this is a big moment for you. Are you excited?
Jesus, you have no idea. No, this is pretty awesome, man. For anybody that's, I mean, obviously, like any Masters of the Universe fans out there, I mean, this is a freaking epic reveal for them. I mean, it's beautifully done. I mean, I can't knock it, man. It looks absolutely amazing. And shout out to Mad Hatter Reviews. I'm sure you guys have seen a couple of his toy reviews that he does. These are all the pictures that I sent were not this video, but there was pictures that I sent over to you guys. They were screenshots that I took from his video that he posted on his channel. So big shout out to him for posting that and kind of getting us the inside look at the Mondo reveals that were on their table and a few other tables. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's awesome, and super excited for fans that are going to be able to kind of get that figure in hand. But I'm definitely super stoked to see some of the newer stuff that's coming out, like this Master of the Universe 2000X He-Man that they're doing now. They're going to do I think they're doing their own 1/12 scale version of this line now. So that should be pretty awesome to see. I know there's a huge 2000X following. Myself, I'm not a fan of 2000X, but I know there's a ton of people out there that have loved 2000X from the very beginning. So be pretty cool to see what they do with this line. And then my big hit was seeing them reveal the Manny Faces 1/6 scale for Mondo. Man, look at that thing, dude.
Yeah,
This so freaking dope, dude.
And look at it. You can see the 1/12 He-Man next to it in this photo.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, it's super awesome. And he's gonna the interchangeable faces. You get 12 different changeable faces, so that's fucking awesome. And it's gonna have the little spinner effect on the top where you could like spin the faces around like the original toy. So freaking dope, dude. This is one of those ones I've been waiting for to add to the collection.
So this is a must buy.
Absolutely, yeah. And man, it's weird too because I've passed on the last probably the last 6 Mondo Motu releases that they've had. I mean, I've passed on everything, just waiting for the characters that I want. You know what I mean? And this is, like I said, this is an absolute buy for me. Absolutely, it's gonna be so cool to see this and have this in the collection. It's awesome. Yeah, the Man at Arms Benny is freaking awesome. It's probably one of my favorite ones aside from Battle Cat.
Also, the Mondo Goddess is up now, I think, for pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
That thing looks pretty awesome too.
Yeah, that's an amazing looking figure. Beautiful colors in it. Love the way they did that.
Yes, no, this is okay.
How dope is that, dude?
The Thundercats, Mondo Thundercats Mumra.
Yeah,
this thing is absolutely diabolical.
Fucking so dope, dude.
So I didn't get the Lion-O, even though I'm a huge Thundercats fan. I didn't get the Lion-O. But this is one that could potentially test my resolve, because I could see myself I could get just a Mumra, like, and be good with it, and not worry about getting any other Thundercat, Mondo Thundercats.
Mm-hmm.
Quip says the goddess is long gone. So sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's gone.
They said it sold out in like 20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah, it went fast. Which is funny because, like, I personally have no attachment to the Green Goddess, so it's like weird that like there's so many fans out there that, like, I mean, just completely swooped her up so quick. It's weird.
I wonder, was there like a limited?
Yeah, it's kind of weird because usually, I mean, I would have thought that it would be a lot bigger release as far as like quantities or pieces, you know what I mean? So I mean, she must have been very, very limited for her to sell out that quickly.
Yeah, and it's different than, like, because Mondo does these drops in different ways, right? Mm-hmm. I guess this was just like a limited drop. Like, I think not this past Scare Glow, but
1,000 pieces.
Oh, there you go, 1,000 pieces. There you go. But the Scare Glow before this one, I think, was one of those ones where it was like a drop, 1,000 pieces or something like that, and that's it. Then they also do these like timed editions where it's a pre-order, but like you literally have, a couple of days or a week or something like that, where it's like a small like pre-order window. Rob Zamora says, "Hey, can I give Eric a shout and a thanks?" No. I've been working on a female Sir Gerard for my Sir Gerard army, and I reached out to Eric for some paint pointers, and he gave me some advice. Look at you, late night.
You're welcome, my friend. Always here to help. Always here to help anybody.
You got it, Robbie Z.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, this, like I said, man, this I mean, if anybody that's, gonna try to get into any type of like 1/6 scale figures, these Mondos are freaking epic, man. And they're branching out into so many different, IPs that it's freaking so cool to see stuff like this happen. And like I said, the details and the paint apps and everything are so amazing, dude. I mean, how could you not freaking love this freaking Mumra, dude? It's so freaking dope. Which reminds me, I still have to track down one of these days. I'll probably pick it up at Frankenson's or something, because I know they're always available, but I have to still track down the Super 7 Mumra to go with my Lion-O and my Panthro, because those are the only two Super 7s that I ever bought, were those two.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, for some genres, all I need is a little taste, man. You know what I mean? Just a nice little taste to represent. You know what I mean? And I even have the Thunder Tank, the Hot Wheels version of it.
I have that too. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm like, there's my Thunder Tank. So there you go. But yeah, I still need to pick up that Super 7 Mumra, because I mean, come on, what's Lion-O without Mumra? You know what I mean? So, but yeah, this is fucking epic, dude.
Yeah, this thing is wild. This is something that I would actually think about. But we'll see. Hopefully it comes out during the toy embargo period, and I won't have to think about it. That'll be nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I did notice, somebody mentioned this to me yesterday, that the Super 7 Thundercats prices went up again.
Really?
So when I first started buying the Super 7 Thundercats Ultimates in like 2020, whatever it was, they were 45. They were 45. Then they went to, did they go from 45 right to 55? I think they might. I was trying to think if they went to like from 45 to 50, then to 55, but I think they might have just went from 45 to 55, which is a little bit more than you'd really want to pay. I'm glad that I have all the ones that I have, and there's still probably some more that I want to get for the Thundercats display. But somebody mentioned, I think it was Len mentioned, that, on BBTS, the prices had gone up again. And I knew that Super 7 had put out a couple of those LED, like where the eyes light up, the Mumra and the Lion-O. They were more expensive. Mm-hmm. What I didn't realize is that the standard figures now have gone up to $60 each. $60 each, which is
yikes.
So I wonder if that means, so Brian Flynn came out and pretty much said that they were going to be making less, right? Coming out of the pandemic, everybody was over ordering. And so they made a ton. So that's why we got a bunch of like Super 7 Ultimates on clearance and things like that. So the idea was that, well, now that they're making less, they're going to be harder to come by. I wonder if they're shrinking those numbers enough where they think they can make a smaller amount. In order to make the smaller amount, they're going to charge a little bit more and gamble or predict that the people that really want to buy it will still pay the $60 for it. And maybe they'll start to sell out. But, pretty much the last wave that became available, I think, was all available for purchase on BBTS. And typically, I don't know if this is true now, but BBTS's Super 7 numbers are typically in line with what you would pay directly from Super 7. So I don't know if that's still the case or not, but maybe.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, because I picked up Panthro and Lion-O at Frankensons. I think I paid and that's aftermarket prices, which wasn't bad. I didn't think it was bad at all, but I think I got them for like $50 a piece, so that was cool. I was good with that. I mean, they're super dope figures, so I mean, I was like, yeah, heck yeah.
We'll see. Doak says, they're overcharging until they're going to do that until they go out of business. Number one, I hope that's not the case because I'm actually a Super 7 fan. I'm a fan of their product, but just like everybody else, I have to be an adult and take a look at, what the cost is going to be and whether or not I'm willing to pay it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So there's a lot of talk about how tariffs are going to be affecting, everything, but also sort of like in the toy community as well. Big Nerdy put out a pretty good video where he kind of like talked about like his understanding of what's going to happen. And since he has a store, how like he'll try to like sort of deal with it. So check out the Nerdzoic channel.
Yeah, I've seen that video. It's a good video.
Brian Brink says, I think it's mostly tariffs. I collect 3-0 Robotech. There's 3-0 Robotech? I didn't even know that. And BBTS raised those prices by $20. Fortunately, I'd already pre-ordered them for the lower price. So, yeah. Well, in any event, the Mondo Mumm-Ra looks cool.
Absolutely. Jesus, look at all those accessories you get with it.
Yeah, look at that.
Fucking ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. And it looks like they're doing faceplates. Did Mondo do faceplates before?
No, that's the first time I'm seeing faceplates. That's awesome. To get those different expressions, that's fucking awesome.
Okay. So this was what I was excited about.
Christmas displays.
Jada Toys, and we might bounce back to some of those Mad Hatter photos that you sent over, Eric.
Yeah.
Jada Toys already doing some pretty cool stuff. They're doing a lot of those cereal figures. And they've got the Tony the Tiger. He's going to be available through Nerdzoic too. And they did the Frankenberry, Count Chocula, Chester Cheetah, stuff like that. And they're also doing Scooby-Doo. At WonderCon, this is the first time I remember seeing it. They're going to do a Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty awesome in and of itself. Exactly, Starscream right here. Hold on a second. This is where I'm going with it. So I'll get the Frosty, right? I'll get the Frosty. That'll be another Christmas decoration. But what really made me excited about this was Frosty the Snowman, even though it's not one of my favorite Christmas specials of all time. It's a Rankin Bass special. So to me, that potentially opens the door to all the Rankin Bass characters from all the holiday specials.
Yeah.
And I would be very excited if that happened. And I was going to say I'd be very worried, but man, Jada's prices are so reasonable. Like I think all those cereal characters are like $20 or something, right? Or
they're super affordable. Yeah.
Yeah, like
no, I think they're 20.
Is it 20?
I think so.
Yeah, I remember Chester Cheetah was like, he was like at one of the cons that I think it was at LA Comic Con. They had him for like, I think it was like 25, maybe $30. I don't think there's really anything that's over like $35 in their line. I think that's like the most expensive, which is, like I said, ridiculous because the quality on them is freaking fantastic. It's so good. I know there's a I don't want to say it's a toy company, but there's a figure company right now that's doing the full Rankin Bass set of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I know I've seen it online or on Facebook.
Bradford
I don't know.
Exchange.
Who is it?
The Bradford Exchange.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, but I don't even know what the prices are on those. They're probably ridiculously priced.
Me neither. I've seen the ad though, and like in the ad, at least the figures look insane. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
They
they
might just
look
be like
great.
static
They look.
pieces, you know.
Yeah. They're probably. I mean, they're probably not articulated whatsoever. They're probably just like static, statue type pieces or whatever. But they look amazing. But yeah, like I said, if freaking Jada is doing this, like I said, the floodgates are open, man. They could freaking pull off anything, really.
And there you go. David Adams says those Bradfords are wicked expensive.
Oh, it reminded me of the old Franklin Mint stuff. Remember that
Yep.
stuff? Like
Yep.
where there's some kind of like historic figure or whatever, and it'd be like hundreds of dollars. It's like, oh shit, man. Yeah, like I said, they look expensive, so I never jumped in to find out what the price point on those were, but yeah, I'll hold out. If, like I said, if Jada could rock this, man, they could rock anything. So that'd be awesome. But yeah, this is 100% buy for a freaking Christmas display to add to the Christmas collection. I love the old school TV they got him into.
You're on mute, John.
Sorry, I was saying exactly the same thing. I was like, look at the box he comes in.
Yeah, it's so dope, dude.
Like, I'm gonna need two.
Fucking awesome.
No, I just need one. I'm just not gonna take it out of the box.
Exactly.
Come on.
Yeah. Just put a bow on top of it. It'll look cool as a display.
Rudolph, they do Rudolph. I'll take Rudolph out of the box. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
Unless they do a really cool box for him.
So freaking dope.
Yeah, some of this. Doak says independent toy companies are making figures that the big two would never think of. What a great time.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and not for nothing, the Hasbro and Mattel do stuff that I like a lot too. G.I. Joe Classified's coming out with some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Mega Man.
Jada's
yeah.
Jada's coming out with some dope Mega Man figures, man.
Here we go, right here.
Yeah, I've seen they're coming out with Woodman, and
there you go.
a couple of other. Yeah. You're on that Jada Mega Man train, aren't you, Ryan?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, dude. Those are super dope figures too.
They did the Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen those figures?
Yeah, those are fucking.
I'll be right back, guys. Okay.
Those are super fucking cool. Yeah, look at that guy, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about I mean, I know Mega Man, but I don't know enough about any of these characters to be in on it, but these are fucking super killer. It looks great, man.
$20. I know for all the Mega Man figures I've paid for so far, they've been $20 a pop.
Yeah, they'll probably stay in that same price range, which is super dope because I mean, like I said, it's so cool. And they're not that big, so I mean, as far as real estate space, I mean, it doesn't take up a lot, you know what I mean? So dope. But yeah, they're killing it, man, with all the different IPs that they're choosing that are really, like I said, like the cereal stuff and all the other ones that they're doing. I love their the Scooby-Doo line that they're coming out with. That's going to be probably a huge hit with fans. I know a lot of people waiting for someone to do that.
Now, are you cherry picking on Street Fighter, or you're all in?
No, I'm cherry picking. There's only a few more figures that I really want for the entire collection. I know I want Sagat and who else?
So did you see the Vega figure?
Yeah, Vega looks dope. Yeah, Vega's for sure a buy. I know there's a lot of variants and stuff that I would definitely pass on, but yeah, it's Balrog's definitely one of those. It's gonna be fucking dope. Yeah, but yeah, definitely not all in. Like I said, for every one of the collections nowadays, man, it's always cherry picking. Yeah, Sagat is probably one of my favorite characters from Street Fighter, so I definitely want that one. That's 100% buy for me.
Yeah, I don't, because I had Cameo on pre-order and then I canceled it because I was like, well, if I don't have any of the other figures, it doesn't make sense for me to start here. But for Mega Man, I'm pretty much all in. So
oh yeah, yeah. No, that's dope. Oh yeah, that's right. Blanca. That's who I was thinking about. Blanca, definitely. Yeah. But the setup I have, I mean, I'm really happy with what I have right now. But yeah, just add a couple more and I'll be good to go.
Plus, you got those Almeida dios for that. Perfect.
Every time I show someone that, they're like, "What the fuck?" They're like, "That's a diorama." I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh my god, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen." Yeah, I love that thing, dude. It's such a guy. Like I said, I wish I had a display like that for every, action figure line I have. It's so good, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sagat was
I saw.
available for
Yeah, they
pickup.
had him at WonderCon. I saw that. I'll get him. No big. I'll be able to grab him. He'll be in stores or somewhere, and I'll pick him up eventually.
I think Unparalleled Universe has a review of him up.
Sagat.
Nice.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I liked his review he did with Jeremy the other night. Did you guys see that?
Oh yeah, the live with Jeremy.
Yeah, that was cool. It was a good show.
One of the coolest things about it was him talking about like Legions Con. Like, we talked a lot about it in the fall that, this past Legions Con, we had probably more like non-core Mythic Legions, Cabal Legions people at Legions Con than we ever had before, right?
Absolutely.
And we had Robo from the Fwoosh, and we had Wade, Unparalleled Universe was there. So it's kind of cool to kind of hear what they thought about it. Like Robo's mentioned it a few times, like, and has talked about it glowingly. Like it's different than any other convention. And like, Wade said that with Jeremy on the live stream again. He's like, you guys have cultivated like a different kind of experience. He's like, it's different than any other convention I've ever been to. And he's like, if there's one convention I could go to every year, I forget if he said if there was one convention I could go to every year, or one convention, away from home that I could go to every year. I think that's what it was. He would pick Legions Con. I thought that was cool.
Heck yeah. Especially for a guy who's not like a dedicated Legions fan, you know what I mean? It's pretty cool. Like I said, it's pretty cool to see that effect on, kind of the outsiders looking in, especially when they attend, man. It's like I said, it's a game changer, man. When you go to Legions Con, I don't think there's any. I've been to tons of cons now, and there's nothing like it at all. Not the feel, the community, anything. There's nothing like that con.
Yeah, Grizzlehorn. So, sorry, go ahead, Ryan.
No. I was gonna say it does have a date, but go ahead, dude.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I don't remember what the. It's just the first week of November, right? I think first or second week. But
and then they push the hotel back. They're gonna make all the announcements in April because they got a lot of shit going on right now.
Yeah, they're gonna let the Dragon play out, and then next month they'll release the tickets, hotel, all the hotel information and everything.
The dates should be November 8th and 9th.
Thank you.
Because that's Saturday and Sunday. So November 8th and 9th to whoever was asking. Grizzle.
It's the only cons people spend the entire year talking about.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Jeremy gave that same, what does he say? Where it's part toy convention, part art show, part family reunion. And like Wade right away, he's like, it definitely felt like that. It did feel like that, It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it was cool because when when they were talking about it, he wasn't, I mean, there might've been some aspect of this, but it didn't seem like it was all just, buttering up and being nice to the person you sort of have on your show or whatever, being respectful. Because he even said, he's like, before he went, he's like, I didn't really know what to expect. I was like, like, are the people that are going to the show, like, are they really going to like want to hear about non-Legion stuff or whatever? He's like, but it wasn't like that. He was like, yeah, he's like, people were so open and like interested in all these different things. Like, it's cool. It's very cool.
It was good to see him do very well too at the show. That was awesome. Yeah. That was great for him, especially to be like first time. You never know, like, okay, what's going to happen? Are people really going to get the vibe? Or are they going to be down for this? And yeah, he did excellent at the show. So that was cool.
Yeah, so these are the photos that you grabbed. They were the Mad Hatter photos, Eric.
Yeah. I just took screenshots off of his video as he was walking through. So excuse any blurriness, or I mean, I think I did all right grabbing the screenshots, but
Right.
For a screenshot of a video, these are pretty good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Thank you.
So first of all, these are some more of the Jada Street Fighter figures, right?
Yeah.
Any of these you're in particular excited about?
Yeah, all the ones that I show, definitely. Yeah.
Snake tattoo on Vega is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's Sagat.
Oh man, fuck yeah.
There he is.
It's so dope. And I think he's a little bit bigger than all the other figures. If I heard right, he's a little bit bigger in stature. So that'll be cool to have a little bit bigger, heftier figure like that, especially for Sagat. He's a fucking beast.
Of course, Blanca.
Yeah. Blanca's a must for sure.
It looks like he has cool like energy effects.
Yeah. So dope.
Nice close up there.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I didn't know these were screenshots.
Yeah, these are just screen grabs, dude, off of Mad Hatter's video, dude.
Like that.
You have to pick your timing right. Click, 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 click. You know what I mean?
And here's the Tony the Tiger.
Yeah.
Very cool. I was very excited when this was announced. The only thing I'll say, and the reason why I'm probably not going to get it, is it is the current modern version of Tony the Tiger, and not like the classic version that we sort of grew up with. But it looks very cool. It's like the rest of their serial characters. It's spot on to what it's trying.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's Frosty. We've already gave him. He's obviously figure of the year next year.
Yeah.
I can't get over that box.
So good.
He's not leaving that box. And then, of course, the Scooby-Doo figures look incredible. And so what's cool about this is my computer's being so slow. So we're talking about things like the toy embargo for me. Bill had his toy diet, trying to like cut down on toy spending in favor of the dragon, and just in general, because a lot of us have so much stuff. Ryan, I think, was unloading a lot of Mezcos and things like that. But like looking towards the future as things like this come out, properties that I'm excited about, like I loved Scooby-Doo as a kid. Mm-hmm. My kids love Scooby-Doo. I've watched the Scooby-Doo shows with them millions of times. I would love to have Scooby-Doo figures. These look incredible. And if the Street Fighter line is any indication, they'll probably be pretty reasonable. Like these days, like $20 to $30 on a figure is like, that's discretionary spending. That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like it that they're the waves that they release on aren't like giant waves. Like it's not like the entire cast of Scooby-Doo. So you're, oh man, I got to buy like, 7 or 8 figures all at once. They're giving you, giving them to you in these little, 3 wave, sets and stuff, which is cool. Like I said, it helps out the pocketbook and the spending. Yeah, it's very, very good for the budget. You know what I mean?
And you can get them, like
yeah. They are definitely attainable.
Like for example, I really wanted the Dalsim, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Street Fighter Dalsim. I never ended up seeing him in a Target. I think they were Target exclusives. I don't remember if they were exclusive or not, but I never saw him in store, which I was bummed about because I did want to buy him in store. But then all that meant was, okay, I could just get him from BBTS because he was there. Like he was there, anytime I wanted him, like you could get them. It was pretty awesome. Heinrich, not happy, says he's disappointed in the Scooby-Doo figures and the price point is too high for the few accessories. Really? I think they look pretty cool. 30, I think, is higher than the Street Fighter figures. I mean, I guess theoretically that could be like a licensing thing. It's still not crazy to me. But listen, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. absolutely.
Yeah, I think they look pretty cool.
I think they look awesome, man.
Yeah.
Nostalgia, big time.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought many times about getting the Mezco where did like a 5 points set, like Scooby-Doo set. Still might get it. It looks pretty awesome. But dude, it's really not that far off per figure as far as what you'd be spending for like a little 5 points figure and, you know, a 1/12 scale Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that it? Yeah, that was that. Toylanta. I don't have a lot from Toylanta. There's a ton of pictures out there. There really are, but I just couldn't get to a lot of them. The biggest thing to me is that I saw a ton of really cool photos, just like MuskeeCon, of people just like hanging out. Like I saw Tanya McCoy, Tanya, and Kevin were number 1 in the line this morning. And you know what time they lined up?
Time
6:30.
Wow,
crazy!
And they were the first people in line. That's crazy.
Okay, they were the first people because Brett Stoddard wasn't there.
Right.
Yeah,
yeah. True.
Who said that?
True.
Or maybe he was. I don't know.
Was that in our chat? Somebody was like that. Brett Stoddard is woke up. Something is amiss with the Force.
Oh, it was Anthony. Anthony said it.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, he commented on the photo, but that's awesome. I tell you what, man, I've never been first in line. I can never be on that time for on time for something.
I have been a couple times, but that's just because I'm fucking crazy.
You're generally an early goer, but here's like going early, getting online early is more of like a thing that's just like some people think that's kind of like fun to do. You know what I mean? Just be like one of the first ones there, line up and be one of the first ones. I would think that the incentive to do that specifically for Four Horsemen shows is mitigated a little bit now because it just seems like there's not. It used to be the reason why you'd want to be getting to the Horseman table first was because you didn't know what kind of incredible grails were going to be there from like some of the first few waves on the table. That really is not the case anymore.
No.
But they will do stuff now. They've got the show exclusive Legendary Barbarian. You know what I mean? That people didn't know about. Now, you don't need to be one of the first 5 people in line to get that. But I still think it's more like, any show that I go to, like if I'm lucky enough to be there with like the Wolf King guys, so I'm inside and I come out and see who's online and I see like, I see Brett or somebody else. Like it's just, I think they're like just having fun. Like they just, Dub says I was at ZoloCon. Was Dub number 1?
Yes, he got there at like 4:30.
Damn. Damn, brother. That's crazy. Now it's a little bit different too when you have one of these conventions where it's at a hotel and you're staying in the hotel and you just have to like kind of go downstairs and it's just a question of whether or not you can actually get to the door.
Yeah. And I think I was barely going to sleep at 4:30 Friday or Saturday morning before ZoloCon. I think I had just gotten back into my room that night. But I didn't have a table, so I didn't have to get up early. But
that's the shit right there, man.
Yeah.
Kirby says, "Can I ask a question? So I heard April 1 is going to be like Bay Day or something, but can I still do a prank? I got something fun and funny, but I feel like it might not go over well. Suggestions. My suggestion is do that shit. What it is.
Go for it.
Please
go for it.
I'm excited. Kirby pulling a prank. I don't need to hear anything else. Do it. So yeah. So who was it? Was it J-Mac or Justin Aquila? Maybe somebody is doing like a live stream or something like that on April 1st, and they're calling it Bay Day. And the whole idea is that some people are waiting until April 1st to back the dragon because then they can put it on a credit card and it's on the April bill as opposed to having it on the March bill and having to pay it April 1st. Now they can pay it by May 1st. So
there you go.
Do what you got to do. So
damn.
I couldn't sleep, so I left the house at 2:30. That's incredible. I tell you what, man, I am rarely awake past 10 o'clock. Oftentimes I'll fall asleep before 10 o'clock. I just do not stay up late anymore. But I'm generally awake by 5:30.
We can't all be late night. Just saying.
Can't all be late night.
I was gonna say I'm usually waking up at 10 p.m. at night. So
you're usually just awake.
Yeah, I'm usually just awake, but that's usually when I wake up is 10 p.m.
But Ryan, you're no stranger to getting up early. You get up early for work, right? Sometimes.
Yeah, I get up at like 4:45 though.
Yeah.
That counts as early. Super early.
Yeah, true.
Hunter says last year at the Maryland Toy Expo, I was 10th in line. That's pretty good. Maryland was a really great show. I can't wait for that this year. This June, I'll be there again. Yeah, you have the SDL seal of approval, Kirby. Oh, Kirby. I have another idea we might need your help with, my friend. I'll talk to you offline. That reminds me.
How far is Maryland from you, dude? How long of a drive is that?
It's crazy. It's not that far. I don't remember exactly, but it was like it's less than 2 hours. Put it that way.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Less than 2 hours. And it was a great show. They had 2 buildings, and it was cool. If you check out on the Hedgehog Action YouTube channel, there's a live stream from that show. The show's in 2 different buildings. You could walk from one to the other. Mm-hmm. Tons of really great stuff. Tons of great vendors. Super cool stuff. But there was also like a food and wine festival going on at the same time. So I kind of walked through both buildings. Hey, Jingly. I walked through both buildings. Then I walked over to the food and wine festival. Hung out there for a little while. Did a few beer tastings live during the stream. I really hope that the food and wine festivals is on the same weekend. That would be really cool.
I'm gonna try to make it this year.
You want to say hi to everybody?
I always forget like how, not that it's easy, but like how close in proximity you guys are to like getting to like other states. You know what I mean? Like multiple states for you guys. You know, where like California, like I said, if I like to go to the Mythic meetup, that's a 7-hour drive, dude. Like. That's all the way up California. Yeah. I mean, it's like you don't realize like how long California is. It's a long ways. I mean, even to get to like if I wanted to go to like let's say Arizona, that's like a 6-hour drive to Arizona, and that's the next state over. And it doesn't look that far on a map, but it's a trek. It's definitely a trek.
Yeah, want to hear what's so? Like I said, Maryland is I think it's less than 2 hours actually for me. And then of course everything in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, North Carolina is like an 8-hour drive.
Okay. So that's a little bit of a trek.
Sacramento is not that different from me going to North Carolina.
Yeah. That's definitely a trek.
Say hi, Jingly. What's up?
Yep.
What's going on?
Yeah, man, it's been tough. A couple things seen online going up for pre-order and stuff, trying to hold off on anything right now after, like I said, after the big purchase on the Dragons. But I think it's well worth it. And God damn it, this Monster Force figure,
dude, I couldn't.
So freaking awesome.
Somebody posted a picture of just the figure out, and I was like, good Lord, that's the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen in my life.
So fucking.
And I was like, dude, I'm gonna have to violate the toy embargo. I need to get in touch with somebody that can get me this exclusive. And I held off and I didn't do it. You know how much I love translucent figures.
Oh yeah,
love purple gang, baby. God, I love it. I want it so bad. It looks incredible.
You can live vicariously through me then. Because I had to pick that up for me. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Nice. Someone got it for you, huh?
Yeah. Amber asked Tanya to grab it for me.
Very cool.
I do want this, but I don't know.
Thank you, Tanya.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Big ups, man. That's awesome. That's an awesome grab.
But I mean, these days, even show exclusives are typically not that difficult to get later. Like, I think, wasn't it last year? Was it last year's Toylanta that Monster Force did the translucent blue and translucent red figures.
The King and the Dracula. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they put them both on BBTS after that. No, gee, what? No.
Don't do that.
Gee, I hope he's kidding.
Oh.
Gee, you do not need to search eBay for the ATL figure. Of course, the
oh, no way, man.
There's a show exclusive figure, not Roadblock. Definitely not Roadblock.
Yeah, the not Roadblock figure.
Designed by the Four Horsemen. That is a show exclusive. Number one, there's going to be the non-exclusive version that the Horsemen are going to sell, I think, later this year. I think at some point they'll be selling it. 2G, brother, if you want that figure, I'm sure like you could reach out to a dozen different people that would pick it up for you. Don't pay eBay prices, my friend. Look, Dub-Dub's got a couple coming.
Boom.
Yeah, Starscream said the Pharaoh and the Drac went to BBTS $40 each. That's where I got my I got the Pharaoh. That's where I got mine, was from BBTS. And I could have gotten the Dracula and just held off. I wish I'd gotten the Dracula now. But gee, I think he was serious. Me too. Me too. Listen, I already would have reached out to some homies that are down in Atlanta and said, "Can you please get me this purple guy?" But I'm on a toy embargo. It's tough. You guys know, because I think I've shared this with you. Once I announced my toy embargo that I wasn't gonna, no new pre-orders, no new orders, no in-store, no online, no nothing. Until my birthday. That's at the end of May, so there's still a long time to go yet. Only exception I would make would be like I ordered obviously the dragon at the beginning of the month. I did the fiery breath set around mid-month 2 weeks ago, whatever that was on the show. And then before the dragon campaign is over, I will probably order the Epic Wing set too, just because it's the dragon. And even if they make another one later, to me, this will always be the dragon to me, the one that I've waited for 5 years. So I kind of want the whole damn thing. You know, I want the whole kit and caboodle. So the dragon stuff is all an exception. But beyond that, I haven't bought anything since February 5th, I think.
Nice.
Good for you, brother. Yeah. Good for you.
You know what I was thinking though? I thank you for saying that. To like a normal person, like a muggle, how dumb would that sound?
Yeah.
Like I'm getting congratulated for not buying an adult collectible in the last month.
Yeah. They don't get it. They have no understanding of it. You can't even explain it to them.
No. But I think this is amazing. I think it looks awesome. What a cool exclusive. I love that they're doing more translucent ones. Eventually I need to have this guy. One way or another, I need to grab this guy.
Yeah. I would think that's a must-have for you. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
More Monster Force on display at Toylanta.
That's so dope, dude.
I cannot wait.
How funny is this thing? Monster Force, man, they're killing it right now. Fresh Monkey Fiction, killing
so
it.
So dope. And I wonder, like how that one's gonna scale next to the other ones. Is he like a bigger figure? Because he is a Sasquatch, so I'm assuming that would be like a bigger figure. It would be so dope if he is. That looks like amazing.
At least as tall as the werewolf, the Kilowog that they put out.
Yeah. That thing looks so dope.
Bill said he loved the Kenner throwback sticker. Did he mean on this?
I don't know what he meant by that. I saw that. I don't know who's doing a Kenner throwback sticker.
I don't know what he meant.
I have no idea.
Clue me in, Bill. I don't know what you're referring to. I don't think it's this. Is it the Starburst? Maybe is that what he's talking about? I don't know, but that's cool. Grizzlehorn says, a lot of people are doing that toy embargo thing. Oh, you know what? That's not true. It's not that I haven't. I have bought figures since February 5th. The last purchases were Zolocon purchases. So I bought some Skeletron 1/18th scale figures at ZoloCon. And even though I didn't grab the legendary Barbarian at ZoloCon, even though I was there, I ended up buying one from Benny that week. So, okay, nothing at all since the first week of March.
There you go. But it's ZoloCon, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
You were at a con, dude. I mean, really? You're going to walk out with nothing in hand at a con? Dude, I can't believe, and I didn't find out about this till after I got home and started seeing pictures of the con. I can't believe I missed those 1/18th scale Escape from New York figures at the Zolotron table. I was like, dude, really? Like, I would totally grab. I totally didn't see that. I walked by the table and I looked at their display and stuff, but I must have not seen that because I totally would have bought that 100%. I'm like, dude, really? Escape from New York? That's so dope.
They had a Snake Plissken. They had
Jack
Wick.
Burton, didn't they? From Big Trouble in Little China. Didn't they have him too?
They might have.
Yeah, but damn, I would have totally picked up one of those freaking Escape from New York figures, man. Damn it. I hate when I see something like that and I was like, dude, I was there. What the fuck? I was right there. Yeah. Yeah. I saw the snake. I saw both of them afterwards. I was so pissed. I was so pissed. I was like, damn it. Oh well. Next time they have a table somewhere, someone let me know, and if they're there, I'll definitely be PayPal ready and grab one. Because I'm like, come on, I don't have a Snake Plissken in my collection. Damn it! And now I want one. Yeah, I saw those things. Yeah. I definitely saw those things.
I got this dude.
Look at them all, mint on card.
I know. I'm gonna take them out eventually.
Sure you will.
Well, because part of the plan.
Did you open RoboSkull?
Huh? No. Dude, I opened the Void Cadet set. Like, I feel like I should get some credit for that. I got this guy from Chicken Fried Toys.
Nice.
Little alien guy.
Dude, there.
And this is the legendary Forge Tony House Seal set.
Still in package.
mint in package. Yeah.
Mint in package.
I don't play around. That's good. That's a collector's item. I'm a collector. It's my item.
That's it.
Oh, here we go.
Show it open for you.
Yeah.
Oh, he took his out of the package. Can you do that?
You sure can.
You're allowed to.
Yep.
Wow.
It's kind of what they're meant for.
Yeah. I think that was the last. I think Chatsworth was the last thing I had, right? Oh no, it wasn't. Of course, Rebecca and John.
So dope, dude.
They fucking crush it every time.
They do, dude. That's so fucking good.
I didn't know this was them at first until I was like, wait a minute, because I saw their posts about them, like, you know, fabricating their cosplay costumes, their outfits, and I was like, oh my god, that's them. And then I saw Tanya had posted. This is one of Tanya McCoy's photos. She had posted pictures of them. There's a picture of them with like Pixel Dan. Like, they're the best I've ever seen.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And how cool, I mean, how cool is that for a couple to like totally be into this and like freaking like just go all out, man, to the level that they do it at, man. It's so freaking awesome.
Yeah, Benny says he always misses something at every con. He picked up another RoboSkull at ZoloCon, just like Ryan. Again, who has opened his RoboSkull and I haven't.
The packaging is gone, by the way. It's thrown out.
Nice.
Good for you.
Good for you. Good for you. Who needs boxes? You're not going to play with the box.
It's tough, though, man. Sometimes it's tough. I feel bad throwing about boxes, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, so do most hoarders.
I am, dude. I prefer the term pack. This is me as I turn around looking at some of my boxes.
Looking lovingly at your boxes and shit.
That's kind of why I love Legions, dude. Like, because I got to be honest with you, like, Legion packaging is amazing. Like I love it. I think it's great.
Collector
But like
friendly.
the way they make the package, like I don't feel that bad about throwing it away. Like
I think
they
it's like
don't.
the best packaging idea ever, man. I mean,
Yeah.
for all the blister cards that you've torn open on figures that you didn't want to open, and it's like you can't. Once you tear that blister card off of the thing, the card's ruined. I mean, it's ruined.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be able to open up a figure, take everything out, and to be able to put it
Repack
back
it.
repack it exactly the way it was without really damaging anything, fucking genius, bro, genius.
And maybe my favorite thing that I've seen done with the packaging is, did you see? He did this last year, but he posted a picture about it just yesterday too. I think it was yesterday. Jonathan Hughes made the bookmarks.
Yeah,
With side panels.
Yes.
mm-hmm.
They're
Those
fucking
things
awesome.
Freaking cool. I love those things.
Did you guys get one at Legions Con?
I did not, but
Yeah.
I asked him. I hit him up, and he's like, I got you.
Yeah.
So I definitely will have one. See,
It's just I scream.
I'm not a hoarder. I just have a longer than normal timeline for package retention. It does make me feel good.
That's what you want to call it.
A couple of times recently, I've gone through and like unpackaged a bunch of stuff, and then I'll just have all the packaging in a pile before I put it in with the recycling. And I'm looking at it, and it makes me feel like I accomplished something. Like, look at all the space I just created.
Yeah, yeah. That's that. Like I said, that's a good feel, man. It's funny every other like week or so, like I'll go out to our recycling can where we throw our like all of our cardboard and plastics and stuff like that, and the trash can right now is like almost filled with just toy packages. It's like there's tons of, I look in, there's like freaking Transformers and Mythics and Cosmic packaging and like all kinds of shit in there. It's funny. I just get rid of all that shit, man. I can't deal with it. Once it comes out, that packaging goes in the trash. Except for, like I said, Hot Toys, Mezco, and Mondos. That's pretty much all I hold on to.
What about Figura?
I don't have enough. I mean, I think I maybe have some of the Figuras I bought were loose
because they have.
Yeah. Oh, Figura. I'll keep one of those, like the back card, the folded. I have those like laid flat in a tote somewhere from all the different Figuras that I've collected. But the boxes, trash.
Yeah.
Everything goes in the trash.
I got to be honest with you, for years, seriously now, like for years, when people said that like they just like trash the, like that was a big thing on Dan Larson's channel on Toy Galaxy, was that the packaging immediately goes. I don't keep any packaging. And I look for a couple of years, I said, damn, really? I was like, some of the packaging is so good. Like, I don't want to let it go. But like, certainly if you ever were like me and were attracted to the packaging and wanted to keep it, once you hit a certain saturation point, it's like, I can't, like, I can't save every box anymore. I can't do it. You know,
I think a big thing for me too was like, like the packaging art, especially on, let's say, Figura or any of the Mythic Legions, you know, the bigger box packages. The artwork on it is, I mean, it's hard to like, wow, I'm going to throw this beautiful artwork away. But the thing for me was that now, I mean, with Nate, I mean, there's so many of his prints that you can get with that beautiful artwork that you don't need the packaging, dude. Get rid of that box. It's just a box. You know, that's how I see it. It's just, I mean, when you have artwork that's readily available in print size that you can, if you want to add it to your collection room or whatever, without having to store a freaking huge ass box on a thing just to display a piece of artwork, I think it's a cool thing to at least have available for us.
Chris Horn says, any of you gents ever visit Eternian Dreams in Maryland? I did not, but I've seen them at shows plenty of times. They were at Maryland, obviously. They had a little booth like outside of the, so if you left one building to walk to the other, you walked right past their outside, the area that Eternia Dreams had, and they had a bunch of really cool like older vintage stuff, like, you know, G.I. Joe vehicles, like all kinds of crazy stuff.
Were they at Zolo?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were. I think so. I don't know for sure. Heinrich says that he was at Eternia Dreams. Rob Zamora says, I just started throwing out boxes as well. I used to have a storage bin on top of storage bins full of packages.
Yeah, that's nice, man. It's a great weight off your shoulders as a collector to be able to finally let go of that stuff.
Grizzlehorn 300 boxed classified. Doubles of the first 150. Wow.
Wow.
Damn.
That's a lot, bro.
Yeah,
That's
Nate's
a
work
lot.
is insane. I have the print that Nate signed for me of the Alithia when Alithia came out. That's cool, man. I want to give away a gift card?
Let's do it.
All right, last chance, guys. Hashtag SDL. Hashtag Brian says yes. Eternia Dreams was at Zolo. Hashtag SDL, and we will give away a Store Horseman gift card in the amount of $25. And again, you're on the honor system here. The idea is that this gift card is supposed to go to someone who will use it to back the dragon, back one of the accessory sets, used in some fashion to help defray the cost of the dragon for you. So people that could mean different things. Hopefully it goes to a backer. Yes, I got to show that. All right, right before we're gonna pull that in just a couple of seconds. I actually was thinking about showing that, so that's cool. But just to pump you up before we give this away, whatever. Yes, I just wanted to play something real quick that our good friend Dub Dub shared with us. Don't worry, I'll turn up the volume here. Here, let's take it from the top, shall we? If there's any WWE or wrestling fans out there, this might be especially tickling to you.
The one thing that I want more than anything in this world is that. The one thing that I want more than anything in this world is that.
That's right.
Perfect.
And if that's apt for you, we're trying to help you get there. We're out in these streets giving you money. Cash money in the form of a Store Horseman gift card, only usable at Store Horseman, to back the dragon. So here you go. Last chance for today's giveaway. $25 gift card to Store Horseman. Hashtag SDL. Oh, here, let's show the people the draw. Hashtag SDL. Only 30 entries. We've had way more than that in the chat, so these are really good odds. But we're going to pull it in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Who's going to win it? $25 gift card. Rob Zamora.
Congrats, dude.
Congrats, Rob.
Congrats, my friend. Spooky Zorro. El Spooky Zorro.
Hell yeah. Way to go, man.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Congratulations, Rob. Take down the banner.
And I got updates from both of our winners last week. G Money and who was the other guy? I'm sorry. G Money and Matthew Ramirez both received their prize packages from me from last week's show. So
well done.
Big ups to them. Enjoy that, fellas. Enjoy.
Yeah, and that counts for me too. Curtis is not here anymore, but that quick shipping, that counts towards my average, even though I didn't do it.
It's all good. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, perfect. Here we go. Share. There we go. G was nice enough to give you a little shout out.
There you go. Yeah, nice.
On the
Thank you, G.
interwebs. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Robbie Z.
Yeah.
You know how to reach me. Hit me up offline. All I need is an email address, and I will send that to you. The past winners, I think, have had no problem using it. Starscream was a previous winner. Deseeker was a previous winner. Brian Brink won. I said, we're out here trying to fund the
all these people are winning because Tanya McCoy's not in the chat.
Yes. Also, please thank Tanya. Go to Tanya, message Tanya, say thank you for being at Toylanta and allowing me to win the $25 gift card.
Absolutely. Shoot that message right now. Jump in that slide in that DM right now.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, dude, I mean, so that's probably the cool thing. Last thing to talk about, unless you guys have something else, is this is it, man. We are heading into the last week of the Dragon.
Yeah.
I hope everyone enjoys it. I know everybody's got a different Dragon story, as we talked about last week. Again, for me, something I've been waiting for 5 years. So cool that it's finally happening. And we can sit here and really enjoy this last week because we don't have to like be biting our nails, sweating like, God, man, really need this to fund. Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, nope, the Dragon is happening. Sir Benegar is happening. The accessory sets are happening. It's just a question of how high do we get and what stretch goals do we reach. I feel very confident that we're getting that upgrade set. Beyond that, to me, anything else is absolute gravy. What are you guys' thoughts?
Ryan?
So I am just happy. Like, yes, I am grateful that they added all that extra stuff in, but I am just happy that the Dragon funded. Because if it was just a Dragon by itself, I would still be just as excited without any of that extra stuff. So that's where I'm at, but I cannot wait to get this.
100%. Yeah. I mean, regardless of the stretch goals, funding or not, as long as the Dragon, the Wing set, and the Fiery Breath set all funded, I'm 100% happy. 100%.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's been an amazing journey for all of us, especially as a community and as friends, to see this from the very beginning, to be a part of the reveal at Legions Con together, and like I said, campaigning hard for this thing and funding it, and backing it the way we've all done to make sure this thing is a dream that actually comes true for not only the studio but for ourselves. Yeah, it's been an amazing, epic journey in toy collecting, and like I said, it's going to be something that obviously is going to be talked about for years and years and years to come. So super stoked, can't wait, man. Now I'm just waiting on my shipping notice. And I'm going to bitch about it every day on the Cabal until I get it.
It's toy history. It really is.
Toy history. Yeah. To me, and it's funny too, because, back when I was a kid, many years ago, something like the US flag came out, and it was literally just a toy. Like, nobody saw it as what is now considered like a grail piece or an epic piece of toy history. No one saw it as that. Nobody at all. It wasn't until years later and toy collecting became a huge thing, and now things like like that are considered like a grail piece in a toy collection. No one saw this piece is like, it's starting as a grail piece. You know what I mean? It's making toy history. So it's like, it's cool to be part of something that's so different from what other things have become, where they had to almost like become something after the fact. This thing is a grail piece from the very beginning. And like I said, and I can't imagine what this thing will be price wise 10, 20 years down the road. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, to people who go, oh man, remember when Four Horsemen did the first Dragon, and people that still have them. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's going to
3.
be awesome. Yeah, 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean it's funny to kind of like compare it to like the other, because we live in the age of like the big projects, right? We're
Yeah,
living in through another golden age of collectors. It's just that it's for the same people. We just got older.
yeah,
So
yeah,
now we're collecting different things at a different scale, and it's, it's Galactus, and it's the Cat Slayer, and
yeah.
it's, the Hiss Tank, and it's Unicron, and it's all these
Unicron, yeah.
incredible
The
things.
the sail barge, stuff
The
like that.
sail barge with the first,
Yeah.
the first real big
The
HasLab.
the Cat Slayer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Epic pieces that are
But
just
this is different, right? Because it feels like a culmination of the Mythic Legions line, which was born during our adult collecting phase, right? And it's different than the rest of them because while those things, like nothing against those things, Galactus is awesome. You know what I mean? The sail barge is awesome. These things are super cool. But the dragon is like, it's such an art piece. It's each scale individually sculpted.
yeah.
Each scale individually hand painted. Like,
Rob Zamora with the dad joke.
yes.
Oh, it's perfect.
Why is it easy to tell? That's why I just left it up there. Why is it easy to tell how much a dragon weighs? Because they come with scales. Agree. Also, I'm going to be saying that to my kids too.
That's great.
We'll see. I think Dolphin says, I want to see the Baethir's Fury figure debating a second dragon for the figs and to help someone who wants just Baethir in the future. Yeah, there are like one thing that got to me a little bit, our good buddy Kevin Boots. Really awesome dude, great member of the community, great photographer. Apparently he had like, his life happens, right? And that's part of it. All this stuff, all these figures and stuff, they're luxury items. The dragon is just sort of like on a higher level. His car ended up dying, so he's got to take care of business. You know what I mean? He's got to do, and he was bummed about it, so he made a post about it, which is totally cool. Like that's what the cabal is for, to like kind of like
priorities first, man. Priorities first. I mean, it happens. It happens to everybody.
But I tell you what, like there are people out there that are buying multiples that are going to be willing to sell later on. So listen, it might cost more. It might cost a little bit more, but time value of money, it might be worth it. So yeah, listen, I don't think I can swing it, but if we'll see. If I look at things like buying a second one, it's definitely on the table. We'll see, but it's a cool time. I think we can just enjoy this sort of last week and push for it. I don't know if it'll hit that 4K mark for the Baethir's Fury. I assume sometime this week the studio will show whatever that is, that unlock at 4,000. I know we're all sort of expecting a pretty big bump for the end of the campaign, just because all of these campaigns usually, customarily, get a bump at the end. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm wondering, I mean, and like I said, I don't think it's public knowledge out there. I'm wondering how many of the retailers have bought multiples and how many multiples they've bought. You know what I mean? Like that's been my big question. And that was my big concern of like how many in the end will really sell of this figure. I mean, is it going to go into like the 10,000s or, you know what I mean? Because of like how many are the retailers going to purchase, you know what I mean? For aftermarket sales to sell on their thing. But I don't know. It seems like the numbers that they're at seems like those are just individual collectors buying one or two or whatever. But I'm quite surprised at the numbers right now because I don't know. Like I said, are the retailers jumping in on this thing and going to buy like, I don't know, 10 or 15 units of this thing or 20 or I don't know. You know what I mean? Is it one of those things that's is it cost effective for them to purchase that many to have in their inventory? Because also too, a lot of, like you said, a lot of guys are talking about like the tariffs and like, kind of dialing back their inventory on what they have in stock. But I mean, this dragon is I think it's a no brainer as a purchase. I mean, obviously you'll get your money back and probably then some. I mean, reselling this thing aftermarket, but yeah, it's just a question that I've thought about. You know, how big are I mean, is this last week going to be the big push for someone like a retailer to jump in and finally make a huge purchase and, like I said, get multiples of this thing, or what? We'll see. Like I said, these last few days will be telling for sure in the numbers.
I wouldn't be surprised if some retailers do get in and that they would have waited till the end of the campaign. I would be surprised, and again, I don't know anything, so whatever. I would be surprised if any retailers are jumping in and buying like quantities. Like I'm thinking, like if retailers are jumping in, talking about 5 or less, maybe 10 or less. Like, tough to say. Tough to say. I think pretty small numbers is my guess. And I'm also wondering how many people really did wait until the end. You know, like, a lot of like the, you know, the more hardcore fans, I think, have already backed. Like a lot of people, a lot of those hardcore fans wanted to back from the beginning because they wanted to be a part of it from the beginning. And because, you know, a lot of people, listen, Jeremy Gerard, the director of sales and marketing, was out here saying there's no reason to back early.
Yeah.
And then me being the lawyer was like, well, there's the same reason to back early in this campaign as there is in every other campaign, to sort of build the hype, to try to get unlocks reached and stuff and get the thing funded and stuff. There's the same reason to back early in this campaign as there is in every other one. There's just a downside to backing early. They pull the money early. So there's a downside.
Yeah.
But even with that, I don't know. I just don't know. Like, and I think my thought is automatically going to the more conservative side, and to think that the bump at the end might not be as big as, you know, some people might have predicted. Like, I don't think it's going to be like 1,000 units. Like, I would be very surprised. At this point, I would be surprised if we got to 4. I think I would be surprised, pleasantly surprised, because I think that'd be awesome if we got to 4. But I think we're getting to 3. So,
yeah, we'll see. Like I said, these last few days will be telling, because, you know, with any campaign, the final, you know, days are where it all goes crazy, and people they just say fuck it and they order it. You know what I mean? Even if they want it or not. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, and listen, and then people that held, there is some of that. Like, there's one thing you cannot deny in the toy collecting community: the power of FOMO. Power of FOMO.
Oh boy, and this is gonna be FOMO times 1,000, man.
And like the idea that this is it, like you're never gonna be able to get this unless you're lucky enough to find one on the secondary market, and who knows what it's gonna cost.
And think of it still. I mean, to this day, which still it baffles me, where people still today are joining the cabal and they're like, "Hey, I just found out about Mythic Legions." It's like, what? Like, really? Like, so I mean, think of all those people in the next few months, or let's say the next couple of years, that finally tap into Mythic Legions. Like, oh, I just found out about this line, and oh wow, they have a dragon. Where can I get that dragon from? It's like, sorry, pal, that's done. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of these collectors that haven't gotten on this train and seen what these figures are all about and this line is all about.
Yeah, we'll see. I do think it will be very interesting to see the updates tomorrow morning, I think, and then Monday morning, because we got a nice little bump between today and yesterday. We got, I think, was it 100 new pieces, or maybe not. Maybe I'm overshooting it, but at 2,300 right now. That's right, damn it. Put some respect on that name. V-Dog in the house. Saturday Dragon Live.
Yep.
We'll be hyping it again one more time next week. One more time, baby, right here. Same Dragon time, same Dragon channel. Even if we're not part of the telethon.
Exactly.
Right here.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Don't worry, we're the red carpet show. We should wear our tuxedos because we're the red carpet show for the telethon.
Hey, we're here at the red carpet. Nobody else is here yet. We'll see. Here we go. V-Dog says they ordered their dragon yesterday.
Right on.
Nice.
I would love to see it. Listen, if My honest reaction is that we're going to break 3. 4 is a little bit of a long shot, which I assume the studio thought that too, and that's why 4 was the top, right?
Yeah.
But when I think about it more and more, and I think about all the hype next weekend, like, man, I've seen it happen before. Think about it, like the stupid freaking HasLab Cantina. The Star Wars Cantina. Not that I thought that the idea of a Star Wars Cantina is a bad idea, or that it's even a bad idea for a HasLab. I think it's a cool idea. I didn't love the rollout of it, and I didn't love the price of it. I thought it was way overpriced. But that hype built at the end, at the very end, and that shit funded. And my dumbass didn't want to miss out on it, so I jumped in too. And I have a Star Wars Cantina coming. I also don't know where that's going. So I do think there's going to be considerable hype leading up, and
absolutely,
who knows, dude?
Yeah.
Well, Brian Brink is like, Cat Slayer only did 500 on the last day. Good point, because it was also a pay now model, and many backed early because of the early bird there. So there's some interesting stuff going on there. Even 500, like, I wouldn't be surprised if we're between 25. I think that we will be between 2,500 and 3,000 before next weekend.
That's where I'm saying. I'm thinking anywhere between like 2,800 to about maybe 3,100, maybe 3,200 at best.
Yeah. But think of it like that, even if that they then got 500 on the last day, that puts us in the 4,000 neighborhood.
Could happen.
Yeah.
Like I said, you never know. I'm just thinking the only thing that I could think that would actually make that happen is if a lot of the retailers are holding out till the last minute and then just dropping the bomb and like throwing in like huge orders for this thing.
Yeah. And we'll see. And again, stuff even like the cat and then the Cat Slayer, that 500 number is mitigated a little bit. Like it might have been more, except that some people like me were motivated to back early because you got the key. There was an early bird thing. There was no early bird here with this campaign. But again, Star Wars obviously is a bigger property. Even Thundercats is a bigger property than Mythic Legions.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be very interesting, man. What's up, Rick Jones?
How much do you know offhand? How many units the Cat Slayer sold in total after the campaign?
I don't off the top of my head, but we could probably get that number. Rick Jones says 4,500. To me, that feels like shooting a little bit high, but who knows? That's one of the coolest things about this last week.
Like I said, we could all come out very surprised at the end of this.
We already know we're getting our dragon.
I'm already getting mine, so I'm very happy. That's all I know. So anything else is icing on the cake, man, for sure.
All right, guys. Oh yeah, here we go. So Brian Brink says Cat Slayer was 4,223.
Man, and that's crazy like I said, that's what got me so hyped about the dragon, is knowing that at the end of the campaign, 4,000 or not, I mean, if it's anything 4,000 or less, and you got to think worldwide, that's only 4,000 units of that particular thing. Yeah, that's in the world. Yeah, and it's like, and really, if you think about it, that's not available units. You know what I mean? Because a lot of those units are single units that collectors are keeping in their own collection, and they're not parting with it till probably death. You know what I mean? So available units for sale afterwards, yeah, that number is going to be so small. So yeah, I'm super pumped on that. But yeah, the Cat Slayer, even that, I mean, that's crazy to think that that's all there is out there worldwide. And it's not like they're not remaking that Cat Slayer, you know what I mean? Just like the dragon, right? I mean, it's a one-shot deal, and yeah.
How much of a bigger company is Super 7 than Four Horsemen? I have no idea. I think it's a bigger company.
Yeah, I would say so, right?
I mean, they sell stuff in Walmart and Target.
Yeah, they're definitely they're definitely a little they definitely a little bit bigger than them for sure.
Totally different business model.
Yeah, absolutely.
They do original stuff, but most of their stuff is licensed.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting,
crazy.
man.
Crazy, bro. Crazy. I can't wait.
You guys got anything else?
No, that's it, brothers.
No.
Great show. Freaking, like I said, sorry that we weren't invited to the big party at the end, but whatever.
Yes.
It's all good.
Listen, first of all, when we came on here, I didn't know who started setting it up. I did seem like we were conspicuous in our absence from that thing, but check it out. I encourage everyone, starting with us, unofficially 3:00 next Saturday. The rest of the weekend, there's going to be stuff going on the whole weekend, hyping up the dragon until we cross the finish line, and enjoy it, man. Go and check out every single live stream on the telethon. Get pumped up about it. If you back the dragon, or if you can't back the dragon, get into it. What's up, Rhino?
I will say, if you are doing the whole 24-hour, you're going to watch, be on it. Make sure you hydrate and you have food. That's all I'm saying. Just take care of your bodies.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a long one.
Do what you got to do. I will definitely sleep. I don't know what time the Legions ladies are going to be on, but hold on a second. Maybe I'll tell you right now, because I want to make sure we plug our girl Amber.
Art by Ackerman, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
11 a.m. Make sure you check out. Throw some love to our girl Amber for that. But yeah, it'll be excited. This is the best one to take it out on. G says, drink your water, I'll drink my beer. So will I, my friend. I'm gonna have a couple tonight.
Or beer.
Wepa.
Maybe both. Why not both? I got my water here too, even though I haven't been drinking it.
There you
go. Yeah, super excited for this last week. Thank you everybody who hopped in the chat during today's live stream. I hope you had a good time. If you did, please hit the like button, leave us a comment underneath. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Closing in on 1,000 without making a big push for it. Let's see what we can do between now and my birthday. Let's get 1,000 subscribers. And let's go for it. Let's go for it this last week. Back the dragon if you haven't, and if you can't afford it, of course. Thank you to everybody who watches us on the replay on demand. We very much appreciate it. Make sure you follow my boys at Toy Goof and Gons on Instagram, at Late Night LeBron on Instagram, and we will see you next week. And until then, don't forget the number one rule, which is
be cool.
So I'll see you guys in November.